When Eric Adams signed on as the city's 110th mayor, he knew he had his work cut out for him. He had to rid the city of crime while at the same time get the homeless off the streets. 5 months into his term, he's still fighting the battle and losing one in the court of public opinion. Recently, the new mayor granted me permission to tag along with him on a busy weekday.
Marvin, my man Scott.
Good morning. I joined the mayor at his first stop in Brooklyn at the graduation of 75 new members of the Office of Emergency Management.
The average person and their natural response is to run away from a crisis. You are saying you want to go towards the crisis. I want to show them how important they are as we recover during these times.
Recovery from many things, but the one thing he says keeps him up at night?
Public safety.
With good reason, as crime in the city is soaring, up some 40% over a year ago. Gun violence unabated.
I must stop the feeder of crime as I put in place my initiative of the anti-gun unit, having a real present in our transit system.
He says of the 2,600 guns already seized, more than 200 of them are the untraceable ghost guns. We joined the mayor at a news conference where he called on Washington to pull the license from the Nevada-based company that produces parts for them.
The vast majority of ghost guns recovered from crime scenes. Polymer 80 when it comes down to gun violence, but then there's some things we could do locally to have real strong laws to not allow dangerous people to be on our streets.
On the way to our next stop, the mayor told me he feels Albany's failure to change bail reform and other lenient crime strategies are contributing to the influx of dangerous people on our streets.
They remain on our streets, so it's making it increasingly hard to get to the place that we ought to be at right now.
During last year's campaign, Adams, a former police captain, positioned himself as the best candidate to deal with crime. However, a recent poll showed a majority of those questioned disapprove of his handling of crime. 54% say you're not handling it right.
Well, because we're not there yet.
If you had to grade yourself on your first 5 months, what grade would you give yourself?
Give myself an I, incomplete. You know, there are things we're still doing. We're laying the foundation, and we're going to see the importance of that foundation. Because remember, we have public safety, we have to return our economy. How are you, sir?
The economy was on the mayor's agenda when he arrived at the New York Hilton, where he spoke at the New York Building Congress Luncheon, a key audience that employs some 300,000 workers.
That seed we planted, you're going to start to see the fruits of the harvest. Our economy is coming back.
You say the economy is already booming, yet the other figures show that you got 40% office vacancies.
And that is why the public safety is important. When you speak to office employees, the number one thing they're focused on is a safe subway system. That is why my subway safety plan is crucial. What's up, brother?
While he offers a thumbs up of optimism for the future, Mayor Adams is still grappling with the homeless crisis. He rejects critics who argue his action to remove homeless people from encampments and subways is immoral.
Immoral is walking past people living in decent environments that are not dignified. Now we had 800 people we've placed inside some form of housing. That is what dignity is about.
In tomorrow's report, I sit down with the mayor on the steps of City Hall and talk about his swagger, his penchant for fine clothes, and are Democratic leaders looking at him for higher office in Washington? I'm Marvin Scott, Pix 11 News.